If canned food vanished from store shelves tomorrow, would you have enough to keep your family fed for a full week? With the 2025 grocery inflation spike, canned food shortages, and skyrocketing prices hitting every U.S. store, this isn't just a what-if anymore. It's happening. Canned food sales have surged by over 29% this year alone, and the cheapest, most essential items are disappearing first. That means the foods we all count on during a crisis might already be slipping out of reach. Here's the deal. Canned food is the ultimate survival MVP. It doesn't need electricity, refrigeration, or even delivery trucks. When everything else grinds to a halt, canned food keeps going strong. But not all cans are created equal. Some can outlast you, while others turn acidic, metallic, or downright disgusting over time. In today's video, I'm breaking down the 5 best canned food categories to stockpile for long-term survival and the 3 worst ones that could leave you with wasted money, ruined meals, and a pantry full of regret. Canned vegetables. The unsung heroes. When people think about survival food, they often focus on protein. But if you're skipping canned vegetables, you're missing out on one of the most affordable, nutrient-dense options for your prepper pantry. Canned vegetables are the quiet MVPs of survival food, offering essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber that your body needs to stay healthy during a crisis. Here's the thing. Canned vegetables retain 90–95% of their original nutrition, sometimes even more than fresh produce that's been sitting in trucks, warehouses, and store shelves for days. In an emergency, when every nutrient counts, canned veggies deliver. They're not just side dishes, they're survival essentials. Let's start with the classics. Green beans, peas, and corn. These staples are inexpensive, long-lasting, and packed with fiber and micronutrients that help your body function under stress. Mixed vegetables are another fantastic option, offering a blend of carrots, potatoes, peas, and green beans in a single can. For families on a budget or preppers looking to stretch their meals, these are some of the most efficient calories you can buy. Worried about sodium? Don't during a crisis. Salt is your friend. It helps maintain hydration, balances electrolytes, and keeps your energy levels stable, especially when you're sweating, rationing water, or dealing with physical stress. If you're still concerned, a quick rinse can reduce the sodium content significantly. Canned vegetables are also incredibly versatile. You can eat them straight out of the can if the power's out, or heat them up on a camp stove, grill, or even over a candle in a pinch. They're perfect for bulking up rice, pasta, soups, and stews, turning basic ingredients into hearty, satisfying meals. A single can can transform a bland survival meal into something that actually tastes good. And let's not forget the cost. Canned vegetables are one of the most budget-friendly options for building a prepper pantry. When you're prepping for a family, every dollar counts. Stocking up on cheap canned veggies now means you can create a bigger, more diverse pantry without breaking the bank. With a shelf life of 3 to 5 years or longer if stored properly, canned vegetables are a no-brainer for anyone serious about survival prepping. 3. Canned soups and stews. The ultimate comfort food. If there's one canned food that becomes pure gold in an emergency, it's soups and stews. These are complete meals in a can, offering a perfect balance of protein, vegetables, carbs, and hydration. When you're tired, stressed, or dealing with blackout conditions, the last thing you want is complicated cooking. Canned soups and stews are the closest thing to open and survive. One of the biggest advantages of canned soups is their built-in liquid content. In a survival scenario where water might be limited, this is a game changer. The liquid not only provides hydration, but also helps you feel fuller, faster. Plus, soups retain nutrients exceptionally well because everything is cooked and sealed inside the can. You're not losing vitamins to evaporation or overcooking. Everything stays locked in. So what should you stock up on? Chicken noodle soup is a classic for a reason. It's comforting, hydrating, and packed with protein. Beef stew is another standout, offering a hearty mix of meat, potatoes, and vegetables that can keep you full for hours. Vegetable soups, chili-style soups, and cream-based options are also excellent choices, providing a variety of flavors and nutrients to keep your meals interesting. Chunky or hearty soups are especially valuable because they're higher in calories and protein, which are critical when you're burning extra energy. And just like with canned vegetables, sodium isn't the enemy in a survival situation. It helps with hydration, prevents dizziness, and replaces electrolytes lost during physical activity. If you need to reduce the salt, you can always dilute soups by adding rice, pasta, or potatoes, stretching one can into multiple servings. Canned stews are even better for long-term emergencies. They're thick, filling, and packed with slow-burning carbs and fats that keep you energized longer. Whether you're eating beef stew cold or heating it up over a campfire, it's a reliable source of comfort and nutrition. The versatility of soups and stews is unmatched. You can mix them with other canned goods, pour them over rice, or combine two different cans to create a new meal. And let's not forget the morale boost. In every crisis, there's a moment when you need more than just calories, you need comfort. A warm bowl of soup can make all the difference when the world feels chaotic. For budget-conscious preppers, canned soups and stews are a smart, practical, and comforting addition to any survival pantry. For canned beans, the survival superfood. Canned beans are one of the most underrated yet essential survival foods you can stockpile. Often called a survival superfood in the prepping world, they pack a powerful punch of protein, carbs, and fiber, all in one affordable, shelf-stable can. When fresh food becomes scarce and meat prices soar, beans quietly step in as the backbone of any smart prepper pantry. One of the biggest reasons canned beans are a must-have is their incredible shelf life. Properly stored, they can last 10 years or more, and many preppers have reported eating canned beans well past their expiration dates without any issues. The canning process locks in nutrients, flavor, and moisture, eliminating the need for soaking or hours of boiling like you'd need with dry beans. In a crisis, when time and resources are limited, canned beans are ready to eat straight out of the can. No cooking required. Different types of beans offer unique benefits. Black beans, for example, are rich in antioxidants and pair perfectly with rice or spices for a quick, nutritious meal. Kidney beans are hearty and filling, making them ideal for stretching meals. Chili beans come pre-seasoned, saving you time and adding flavor when supplies are limited. And then there's baked beans. A prepper favorite, their sweet, thick sauce makes them high in calories and incredibly satisfying, especially when you're exhausted and craving comfort food. Beyond their nutritional value, beans bring something many emergency foods lack: fiber. While it might not sound exciting, fiber is crucial during stressful situations and limited diets. It keeps your digestive system running smoothly, helps you feel full longer, and stabilizes blood sugar levels. This means you can stretch your food supply further without feeling like you're starving. Canned beans are also incredibly versatile. You can toss them into chili, mix them with rice, add them to soups, or even pair them with canned meats to create complete, balanced meal. They blend seamlessly with almost any dish, turning bland emergency food into something hearty and satisfying. And yes, we can't ignore the obvious downside. Beans are infamous for their, let's say, air quality impact. But in a survival scenario, that's a small price to pay for a reliable, nutritious, and affordable food source. When it comes to long-lasting, high-protein prepping foods, canned beans are a no-brainer. They're cheap, versatile, and built to last, making them one of the smartest stockpiles you can build. 5 canned soups and chili. The comfort in a crisis. When it comes to survival food, few things offer the same level of comfort and practicality as canned soups and chili. These aren't just meals, they're morale boosters, hydration sources, and calorie-packed lifesavers, all rolled into one. In a crisis when stress is high and energy is low, a warm bowl of soup can feel like a hug in a can. One of the biggest advantages of canned soups is their built-in liquid content. In emergencies where water might be scarce, this is a game changer. The liquid not only provides hydration but also makes the meal easier to digest, especially when you're sick or exhausted. Unlike freeze-dried meals that require boiling water, canned soups are ready to eat as is. Whether you heat them up or eat them cold, they deliver essential nutrients and fluids without any extra effort. Soups are also incredibly budget-friendly and versatile. Tomato soup, for instance, can double as a base for pasta dishes or casseroles. Chunky soups can be poured over rice or potatoes to stretch meals further. Lentil soup offers a protein and fiber boost for just a few dollars. For families prepping on a tight budget, soups are an easy way to build a diverse, long-lasting emergency stash. Variety is another key benefit. Food fatigue is a real issue during long emergencies, and eating the same bland meals day after day can crush morale. With soups, you can rotate flavors and textures to keep things interesting. One night it's beef stew, the next it's lentil soup, followed by chili. This variety not only keeps meals enjoyable, but also ensures you're getting a range of nutrients. Chili, in particular, deserves a special mention. It's one of the highest protein canned meals available, making it a powerhouse for energy and endurance. Thick, filling, and packed with flavor, chili can fuel you for hours, especially when paired with rice, cornbread, or canned potatoes. It also stores exceptionally well, often tasting even better after extended shelf time as the spices intensify. The best soups to stockpile are those that balance comfort with calories. Chunky soups and stews are ideal for keeping you full, while tomato-based soups can stretch into sauces or bases for other dishes. Lentil soups provide steady protein and fiber, and chicken noodle soup offers hydration, electrolytes, and a familiar taste that can be incredibly soothing during stressful times. Ultimately, soup is more than just food, it's emotional support in a can. When the world feels chaotic, a warm bowl of soup can bring a sense of normalcy and calm. It's reliable, versatile, and always ready to step up when you need it most. For any prepper pantry, canned soups and chili are an absolute must-have. Bonus point 6. Canned fruits. Sweet energy boosters. Canned fruits often get overlooked in survival prepping, but they deserve a spot in your pantry for one simple reason. They're a quick, refreshing source of energy when you need it most. While many preppers focus on protein and carbs, canned fruits bring something unique to the table: natural sugars, hydration, and a morale boost. In a crisis, when stress is high and energy is low, a can of peaches or pineapple can feel like a slice of paradise. One of the biggest advantages of canned fruits is their long shelf life. Properly stored, they can last for years, providing a reliable source of vitamins and minerals like vitamin C, potassium, and antioxidants. These nutrients are essential for maintaining your immune system, especially during stressful situations when your body is more vulnerable to illness. Canned fruits are also incredibly versatile. You can eat them straight out of the can for a quick snack, mix them into oatmeal or yogurt for a more filling meal, or use them as a topping for pancakes or desserts. In a pinch, the syrup or juice from canned fruits can even be used as a sweetener for other dishes or as a hydration boost when water is limited. However, there are a few things to keep in mind when stockpiling canned fruits. High-acid fruits like pineapple and citrus can react with the can over time, leading to a metallic taste. While this doesn't make the fruit unsafe to eat, it can affect the flavor. To avoid this, consider rotating your stock regularly and opting for fruits packed in water or light syrup instead of heavy syrup, which can add unnecessary sugar. Some of the best canned fruits to stockpile include peaches, pears, pineapple, and mixed fruit. These options are not only delicious, but also packed with nutrients that can help keep you energized and healthy during an emergency. And let's not forget the psychological benefits. When everything else feels bleak, the sweet, familiar taste of canned fruit can be a small but powerful reminder of normalcy. Bonus point 7. Canned pasta. Comfort food in a crisis. When you think of survival food, canned pasta might not be the first thing that comes to mind. But in a long-term emergency, it can be a game changer. Canned pasta dishes like spaghetti, ravioli, and lasagna are not only filling but also incredibly comforting. In a crisis, when stress levels are high and morale is low, a warm, familiar meal can make all the difference. Canned pasta is a great source of quick energy, thanks to its combination of carbs, protein, and fats. These macronutrients work together to keep you fueled and focused, whether you're dealing with physical labor, cold weather, or the mental strain of an emergency. And because it's pre-cooked, canned pasta is ready to eat straight out of the can. No heating or additional preparation required. One of the best things about canned pasta is its versatility. While it's delicious on its own, you can easily enhance it with other canned goods. Add canned vegetables for extra nutrients, mix in canned meat for a protein boost, or sprinkle in some spices to elevate the flavor. You can even use canned pasta as a base for more elaborate meals, like casseroles or pasta bakes, if you have access to an oven or camp stove. When stockpiling canned pasta, look for options that are high in protein and low in sodium. Brands that use whole grain pasta or include added vegetables are also a great choice, as they provide more fiber and nutrients. And don't forget to check the expiration dates. While canned pasta has a long shelf life, it's always a good idea to rotate your stock regularly to ensure freshness. Canned pasta might not be the most glamorous survival food, but it's one of the most comforting. In a world turned upside down, a bowl of spaghetti or ravioli can bring a sense of normalcy and warmth that's hard to find elsewhere. Bonus point 8. Canned dairy. The hidden gem. Canned dairy products are often overlooked in survival prepping, but they're one of the most versatile and valuable items you can stockpile. From evaporated milk to canned cheese, these products provide essential nutrients like calcium, protein, and healthy fats that are hard to come by in other shelf-stable foods. One of the biggest advantages of canned dairy is its versatility. Evaporated milk, for example, can be used in everything from coffee and tea to soups and baked goods. It's a great substitute for fresh milk in recipes, and its long shelf life makes it a reliable option for emergencies. Sweetened condensed milk, on the other hand, is perfect for desserts and can even be eaten straight out of the can for a quick energy boost. Canned cheese is another hidden gem. While it might not taste exactly like fresh cheese, it's a fantastic addition to your prepper pantry. You can use it to make macaroni and cheese, top off casseroles, or add a creamy texture to soups and stews. And let's not forget about powdered milk, which isn't technically canned but is often stored in similar packaging. It's an excellent source of protein and calcium and can be rehydrated to use just like fresh milk. When stockpiling canned dairy, it's important to consider storage conditions. These products should be kept in a cool, dry place to maximize their shelf life. And while they're generally safe to eat past their expiration dates, the flavor and texture may change over time. Canned dairy might not be the first thing you think of when building a survival pantry, but it's one of the most versatile and nutrient-dense options available. Whether you're making a creamy soup, baking a cake, or just looking for a quick source of protein and calcium, canned dairy has you covered. Bonus point 9, canned fish. The omega-3 powerhouse. Canned fish is one of the most nutrient-dense and versatile survival foods you can add to your prepper pantry. While it's often overshadowed by canned meats, fish like tuna, sardines, salmon, and mackerel pack a serious punch when it comes to nutrition and long-term storage. These little cans are loaded with protein, healthy fats, and essential omega-3 fatty acids that your body needs to stay strong and healthy during a crisis. One of the biggest advantages of canned fish is its incredible shelf life. Properly stored, it can last for years, making it a reliable source of nutrition when fresh food is unavailable. Omega-3 fatty acids, which are abundant in fish, are particularly important for brain health, heart health, and reducing inflammation. Things that can make a big difference when you're dealing with the physical and mental stress of an emergency. Tuna is a classic choice for a reason. It's affordable, widely available, and incredibly versatile. You can mix it with canned vegetables for a quick salad, add it to pasta for a hearty meal, or eat it straight out of the can when you're short on time or resources. Sardines, while not everyone's favorite, are a true survival superfood. They're packed with calcium, vitamin D, and omega-3s. And their small size means you're eating the whole fish, bones and all, for maximum nutrition. Salmon is another excellent option, offering a richer flavor and higher fat content than tuna. It's perfect for making salmon patties, adding to soups, or simply enjoying on its own. Mackerel, though less common, is equally nutritious and often comes in flavorful sauces that can elevate your meals. Canned fish is also incredibly lightweight and compact, making it easy to store and transport. Whether you're building a pantry at home or packing a bug-out bag, these cans are a practical and efficient choice. And let's not forget the morale boost. When you're stuck eating bland survival food, the rich, savory flavor of canned fish can be a welcome change. When stockpiling canned fish, look for options packed in water or olive oil rather than heavy sauces, as these tend to have a longer shelf life and more versatile uses. And don't forget to rotate your stock regularly to ensure freshness. With its combination of nutrition, flavor, and convenience, canned fish is a must-have for any serious prepper. Bonus point 10, canned sauces and condiments. The flavor lifesavers. When people think about survival food, they often focus on the basics: protein, carbs, and calories. But one thing that's often overlooked is flavor. In a long-term emergency, food fatigue can set in quickly, and eating the same bland meals day after day can take a toll on your morale. That's where canned sauces and condiments come in. They're the unsung heroes of the prepper pantry, turning basic ingredients into delicious, satisfying meals. Canned tomato sauce is one of the most versatile options you can stockpile. It serves as a base for countless dishes, from pasta and chili to soups and casseroles. With just a can of tomato sauce, you can transform plain rice or pasta into a flavorful meal. Plus, it's packed with vitamins like A and C, as well as antioxidants like lycopene, which can help support your immune system during stressful times. Canned gravies and cheese sauces are another great addition. They're perfect for adding richness and flavor to otherwise bland meals. Pour gravy over instant potatoes or canned vegetables for a comforting side dish, or use cheese sauce to make a quick mac and cheese with canned pasta. These sauces are not only delicious, but also calorie-dense, providing the extra energy you might need in a survival situation. Don't forget about condiments like canned salsa, barbecue sauce, and even canned coconut milk. Salsa can add a spicy kick to rice, beans, or canned meats, while barbecue sauce can elevate canned chicken or pork. Coconut milk is a fantastic option for making curries, soups, or even desserts, adding a creamy texture and a hint of sweetness to your meals. The beauty of canned sauces and condiments is their ability to stretch your food supply. A single can of tomato sauce or salsa can flavor multiple meals, making your stockpile last longer while keeping your taste buds happy. And in a crisis, when morale is just as important as nutrition, having flavorful meals can make all the difference. When stockpiling sauces and condiments, look for options with simple ingredients and minimal preservatives. These tend to have a longer shelf life and better flavor. And as always, rotate your stock regularly to ensure freshness. With the right selection of canned sauces and condiments, you can turn even the most basic survival foods into meals that are not only nourishing, but also enjoyable. Bonus point 11. Canned potatoes. The carb king of survival. Canned potatoes might not be the first thing that comes to mind when building a survival pantry, but they're an absolute powerhouse when it comes to versatility, nutrition, and long-term storage. In a crisis, carbohydrates are essential for providing the energy your body needs to keep going, and canned potatoes deliver that in spades. One of the biggest advantages of canned potatoes is their convenience. Unlike fresh potatoes, which require peeling, chopping, and cooking, canned potatoes are pre-cooked and ready to use. You can eat them straight out of the can, heat them up for a quick side dish, or incorporate them into more elaborate meal. They're perfect for frying, mashing, or adding to soups and stews, making them one of the most versatile items in your pantry. Nutritionally, canned potatoes are a great source of complex carbohydrates, which provide slow-burning energy to keep you fueled throughout the day. They're also rich in potassium, a vital electrolyte that helps regulate muscle function and hydration, both of which are critical during stressful situations. And let's not forget the fiber, which aids digestion and helps you feel full longer. Canned potatoes are also incredibly budget-friendly, making them an excellent choice for preppers on a tight budget. A single can can stretch a meal significantly, especially when paired with other canned goods like vegetables, meats, or sauces. For example, you can mix canned potatoes with canned corned beef for a quick and hearty hash, or add them to a pot of soup to bulk it up and make it more filling. Another reason to stockpile canned potatoes is their long shelf life. Properly stored, they can last for years, providing a reliable source of nutrition when fresh produce is unavailable. And because they're so versatile, they can help prevent food fatigue by adding variety to your meals. Whether you're frying them up for breakfast, mashing them for dinner, or tossing them into a stew, canned potatoes are a survival staple that no prepper should overlook. Bonus point 12. Canned desserts. Sweet treats for tough times. When you're building a survival pantry, it's easy to focus solely on the essentials: protein, carbs, and calories. But in a long-term emergency, morale is just as important as nutrition, and nothing lifts spirits quite like a sweet treat. That's where canned desserts come in. From canned puddings to fruit pie fillings, these items can provide a much-needed boost of comfort and normalcy when times are tough. Canned desserts are more than just a luxury. They're a practical way to add calories and variety to your diet. Sweetened condensed milk, for example, is a versatile ingredient that can be used to make everything from fudge to caramel sauce. It's also a great source of quick energy, thanks to its high sugar content. Similarly, canned pie fillings like apple, cherry, or blueberry can be eaten straight out of the can, used as a topping for pancakes or oatmeal, or baked into a makeshift dessert if you have access to an oven. Another great option is canned puddings, which are ready to eat and require no preparation. They're perfect for a quick snack or as a treat to share with family members during stressful times. And let's not forget about canned custards, which can be used as a base for more elaborate desserts or enjoyed on their own. The psychological benefits of having a sweet treat during a crisis can't be overstated. When everything else feels chaotic, a small indulgence can provide a sense of normalcy and comfort. It's a reminder that life can still have moments of joy, even in the toughest circumstances. When stockpiling canned desserts, look for options with a long shelf life and minimal preservatives. Rotate your stock regularly to ensure freshness, and consider including a variety of options to keep things interesting. Whether it's a can of pudding, a jar of pie filling, or a tin of sweetened condensed milk, these items can make a big difference in both your nutrition and your morale. Bonus point 13. Canned ready-to-eat meals. The ultimate convenience. Canned ready-to-eat meals are the ultimate convenience, food for survival situations. These are complete meals in a can, requiring no preparation, cooking, or additional ingredients. In a crisis, when time and resources are limited, having a meal that you can simply open and eat can be a lifesaver. One of the biggest advantages of canned ready-to-eat meals is their variety. From beef stew and chicken pot pie to chili mac and spaghetti with meatballs, there's something for everyone. These meals are designed to be filling and satisfying, providing a balanced mix of protein, carbs, and fats to keep you energized. And because they're pre-cooked, they can be eaten cold if necessary, making them ideal for situations where heating food isn't an option. Nutritionally, canned ready-to-eat meals are a great way to ensure you're getting a balanced diet during an emergency. Many of these meals include a mix of protein, vegetables, and grains, providing a well-rounded source of calories and nutrients. For example, a can of beef stew might include chunks of meat, potatoes, carrots, and peas, all in a savory gravy. Similarly, a can of chili mac combines pasta, beans, and ground beef for a hearty, high-protein meal. Another benefit of canned ready-to-eat meals is their long shelf life. Properly stored, they can last for years, making them a reliable option for long-term food storage. And because they're so convenient, they're also a great choice for bug-out bags or emergency kits. Whether you're hunkering down at home or on the move, these meals are easy to transport and require no additional equipment or ingredients. When stockpiling canned ready-to-eat meals, look for options that are high in protein and calories, as these will provide the most energy during a crisis. It's also a good idea to include a variety of meals to prevent food fatigue and keep your diet interesting. And as always, rotate your stock regularly to ensure freshness. Canned ready-to-eat meals might not be gourmet, but they're practical, filling, and incredibly convenient. In a survival situation, when every minute and resource counts, having a meal that's ready to go can make all the difference.